Alrighty, I found this video on the Twitter. I've been finding a lot of good videos on the Twitter. It was reposted by Sir James Britton. This Lloyd Lewis guy sounds like a troll account, but here we go. Watching Ben Leo's soul leave his body when he comes at a black man. That's not having any of his BS. Was a tonic I didn't think I needed this morning. Alrighty, so I'll just play the video and we'll see who comes at who.
Or what?
20 times more likely to commit sexual offences than
the Brits?
Yeah, native Brits.
The Brits that colonized the whole world, you mean?
And just like that, the black guy brings up something that happened more than 100 years ago. Why? Because he doesn't like the crime statistics that the white guy is stating.
I raped and pillaged the whole world to get the power that they have.
The Brits, yeah.
Yeah, the Brits that did that.
Yeah.
And you guys have the audacity to say that the Afghans and Somalis did what?
Well, it's not audacity, it's just a fact.
So is it not a fact? Is it not a fact?
Yeah, it is a fact. And it's really pathetic that you're using something that happened more than 100 years ago that the British ancestors did to cover up the crimes of the Afghans and the Somalis. It's just pathetic.
That y'all colonized the world through rape, murder, and pillaging. Right or wrong?
That was true, yeah.
All right, then. So what are you talking about?
The British Empire.
So what are you talking about?
Yeah, it's true. The British Empire did stuff like that. But you know what other empires did that? The Ottoman Empire. When they conquered the Byzantine Empire, what did they do to the peoples of those areas? Nearby areas. They enslaved them. And if they didn't convert to Islam, they murdered them. Butchered them. And yeah, they raped them too. So, I've said this a few times in videos. If the Ottoman Empire never conquered the Byzantine Empire, Europeans would have never have imperialized. Because why did Europeans sail west? To get to Asia. Why were Indians for the longest time called Indians? Because the Europeans thought they were in India. But they weren't. Instead, they found something far better. So, how did the British Empire come to be? Sheer dumb luck. The Spanish, technically the British followed the Spanish. The Spanish found gold. The British thought, hey, let's do that. We'll find gold and we'll be rich like the Spanish. That's not exactly what happened. For the longest time, I was indifferent about my race. But in the past couple years, seeing all this anti-white stuff, racism towards white people, I started doing more and more research. And as soon as I pieced it together, the Ottomans and how the Europeans wouldn't have sailed west if the Ottomans didn't conquer the Byzantine Empire, I was like, wait, so the left does generational guilt to guilt trip white people over colonization and slavery, yet none of that would have happened if the Ottomans, brown people, Muslims, didn't conquer the Byzantine Empire. Like, that wouldn't have happened. So all that generational guilt actually belongs to the Ottomans and their descendants, the Turks. Me personally, I don't like using generational guilt, but that's what the left does. So if they're going to use it, then I'll use it type deal.
Out then. How dare you?
Why
How dare you?
Why are you shouting?
What are you? Because you're That's why. How dare you? You're talking facts? Let's talk facts.
In my
Let's
face.
talk. So do something about it.
I'm not.
Do
I'm a,
something
I'm
about
a
it,
journalist,
Brit.
my friend. I'm here.
Do something about it, Brit.
I'm here to ask questions.
How'd you get into this country?
What are you talking about?
I'm here.
How dare you?
Why are you getting so angry?
really
Because you're a
interesting.
piece of liar.
You know you're
a liar.
You're not.
You're a liar.
Would you like me to show you the
You're a
government
liar.
data?
Bro, I just
I'm not
asked
shaking.
you.
I'm not shaking.
I just asked you, what did the Brits do to have the power they have?
What did the Brits do to get the power that they have? Well, they did the same thing the Ottomans did. They did the same thing the Persians did. They did the same thing the Romans did. They did the same thing the Aztecs did. What other empire? Oh, right. Mongol Empire. They did the same thing the Mongols did. Genghis Khan, killed 10 million people? I think he has a statue of himself somewhere in Mongolia. Wow. I think he killed, like I said, 10 million people, and he gets a statue.
Answer that question.
You got your elbow on me.
Answer
sorry, man.
that
Yeah,
question.
okay.
Answer that question. How did the Brits get their power?
How did the Brits/Europeans get their power? Sheer dumb luck. They took a chance, they sailed west. Roll of the dice. And then they did what every other empire did. Broken record time, like the Ottoman Empire. Strange how when I was a kid, Indians were called Indians, but now that I'm an adult, they're called Native Americans. I wonder why they changed it. Probably because they realized that people might put two and two together and realize, hey, Europeans didn't deliberately sail west. They just took a chance because they didn't want to trade with Muslims, and they thought they were in India. That's why Indians are called Indians. Because if people actually put two and two together, they would go, hey, wait a minute. My ancestors didn't do anything wrong. They were just reacting to what the Ottoman Empire did. And then they got lucky and found the New World.
Stop spitting in my face. What was the question?
He's speaking.
Why are you shaking? Why are you getting so angry?
Because drone is going, I'm holding everything back not to break your jaw.
Well, you can do it. You would get arrested.
I don't give bro.
You'll get arrested.
I don't give
This doesn't make your argument look
I came out
good.
here for
This doesn't make your
I
argument
came
look
out
very
here
good.
So because the white guy was just saying stuff, the black guy wants to get physically violent. I'm gonna say something, it might not be very popular, but when you have people like that who want to get physically violent because people are saying stuff, they're a danger to society and everybody in it. Western society used to be about freedom of speech, freedom of expression, but now you have to sacrifice that because you don't want to tick off a certain group of people because they might get violent.
Came out
I
here
ain't come out here to talk.
for violence.
Yes!
Well, there you go.
Yes!
That's the left. That is the
Who
degenerate,
started it?
violent
Who
left.
started it?
You give facts.
Who started
You
it?
came all the way over
Who
here
started
to
it?
start shit, didn't you?
Who started
You
it?
give facts. You give
Who
data,
started it?
and they get violent.
Hey,
This is
why
what
don't
you
you
see on the
finish
streets
it?
of Newark last
Why
night.
don't
Started,
you go
I'ma
back to
finish
your
it.
country?
Started, I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah, I wish you well, my friend.
Started, I'm gonna finish it.
You're
Hey, why don't you go back to your country?
no, I live here at the moment.
Oh, you live here?
I do, yeah,
How'd
I've
you
got
get
a-
over here? What'd you do?
Aeroplane.
Oh, cool.
So I found this image in one of the comments of the video. Yeah, it's really accurate. You got the calm, confident, de-escalating white guy, and then you have the stereotypical black guy, and his handler. Speaking of comments, I'm gonna put in some of the comments. So first off, I don't see how that Ben guy is a racer. He was just asking a question. At least, that's what I saw. Again, this video is just a video clip. So there could have been something else, I don't know. Historically, Africans were hugely involved in the slave trade, but only whites get the blame. Yeah, that is always weird. It's almost like it's by design. And yet, the British, they fought wars to end the slavery. So if it wasn't for that Ben guy's ancestors, there'd probably still be slavery in Africa. Because guess what? For the Africans, it was a way of life. They had slave kingdoms and everything. And as for the Arabs, well, they relied heavily on slaves too, for hundreds of years. So if it wasn't for the Brits, the Arabs and black people would still be using slaves to this day. Rango, what part of this debate was Ben a racer? I don't know. I didn't see it. All he did was state facts, which are facts. And then the black guy went unhinged. Now these lefties were all ironically telling Ben, who lives in America, to go back to his own country. Honestly, I wish people would go back to their own country. Why? Because then Europe would be a much better place. Joe England, please give one example of Ben being a racer. Well, again, I didn't see any. If there was a part in this video where he was, why would this Lloyd Lewis guy cut it out? Dan Calpatrick, 2 Americans were being xenophobic and threatening towards Ben, which was quite ironic. Well, I would say that Ben guy is more American than those allegedly 2 Americans. Because Ben, he's English, so, you know, Well, anywho, as soon as I saw this video on the X, I was like, yeah, that Lloyd guy, he's probably a troll account. That being said, the fact that he's turning off his comments tells me he lost. Or got ratioed or whatever. Anywho, take care out there in Clown World.